We are live. Let's get ready to podcast.
Fire it up.
Welcome back to another live and amplified IndieFusion podcast. I'm your host, Tom Quat, and we're back at it again with another amazing podcast. We are here at In a Jam Down by the River 2025, and we have our special guest joining us. We have Katie Mae. How's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. It's been a long day already. I've been up since 5, and I was on the road by 6:30, so, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do one day because work is just too much right now, and it's like, yeah, one day's enough.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I caught you today. I just got in. I drove in this morning.
Yeah, because you reached out to me when I sent out the email a couple weeks back. It was like, you know what? That's cool. I think you were one of the first to reach out to me.
Oh, so, right on. Yeah. When I'm on my email, I'm very responsive.
I dig it. So how's the music festival been treating you?
It's been awesome. So this is my first In a Jam fest that I've attended or played at, but it's beautiful. I was just like stunned. I walked up right as Nicky was playing. Mm-hmm. I'm really glad I got to catch him. He's a good friend of mine, and Nicky Diamonds. And it's just been a gorgeous day. I got to dip in the river a little bit, and
How was that experience?
It was colder than I expected.
Fair.
But it was really nice. I wasn't planning on swimming. I just threw in a suit kind of at the last minute in my suitcase. And I'm glad I did. Yeah. Because, it was cold at first, but then I warmed up to it.
Because you guys don't have very many rivers in Phoenix, do you?
No, not that you want to swim in Phoenix, no.
Is it because of sewage, or is it because there's needles? Or both?
Only river close to town you can float in is a salt river.
Okay.
People say it's gross. I like floating down the river. It's fun, but it's nice to be in. This is so beautiful out here. It's different scenery.
Yeah, for sure. So how's music in general going for you? Where are you kind of at?
It's going great. So actually, I just about 2 weeks ago, I released the first single off of an upcoming EP I have. That's going to drop on Wednesday.
Okay.
By the time we're doing this.
Nice.
But so that's going great. I'm really stoked about it. It's my first EP that I've done where I haven't had my full band with me. Mm-hmm. So we're still playing together, and we're gearing up to make another record soon, but I really wanted to do something that showcased my songwriting a little bit more and was a little more intimate, and so I just had another player join me, and I'm really excited with how it turned out.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so it's more of a solo project than a band project?
For this EP, we're still releasing it under Katie Mae and The Lubrication. I think the philosophy behind that was just that anyone who plays with me at any given time is the lubrication. We just have a little bit less of it on this record, but I did a residency, a songwriter residency in Bisbee, Arizona, in the summer of 2023. Okay. And this is the EP. These are the songs that came out of that. And so I'm excited to finally kind of get that wrapped up. And
What's the venue that in Bisbee that everybody talks about?
There's quite a few.
Like the Hitchin' Post.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They're really wonderful, to touring acts. They're always opening their doors to folks to come through.
Because when we went out to Arizona last November, actually, it was like we got into Tucson and we were like, should we add like a Bisbee run so we're not going all the way up into Phoenix, like it was a big extra add-on, but should we go down into Bisbee? And I tried, this was 2 weeks before the show, and just trying to get into the Hitchin' Post then was so we just did
they're really cool about last minute ads for bands that are on tour if they want to pick up another show. Yeah,
but that's cool that you did a artist and the fact that artist residencies are still actively a thing.
Yeah, it was cool. I had never even heard of the concept really. I've spent a lot of time in Bisbee. I love going down there just to experience the town. They do a festival down there called Side Pony Music Festival, and it's they get over 100 acts of mostly Phoenix, Tucson, Arizona musicians, but people come from around the Southwest to play it, and that's kind of when I started playing music there. I used to be in a punk band, and we would go down and play that, and then when I started doing the country thing and bringing that band down, it was fun. But I've been going to Bisbee for a long time, and this place called the Object Hotel had an artist in residence at the time, and she saw one of my solo sets, and then that's how I kind of connected with them. And they have done, they're predominantly visual artists, painters, and things of that nature. So I was kind of like, I don't even know if I should apply for this. I don't know if that's the vibe. And they were really excited about it, and I was stoked to do it. And actually, the EP, we ended up going back to the same place I did the residency, and we recorded it inside the hotel.
Nice.
And that was a really cool experience in and of itself. But
I have to ask about the punk band. How do you transition from punk to country? Was it?
I think, well, honestly, that's like, I had always written songs in a more, I'm going to say songwriter, Americana, folk, country, whatever, however you want to put that umbrella on it. But I call it alt-western now. But anyway, I had always done that, but I never performed. And so when I joined this punk band, I was the lead vocalist, and it just got me out of my shell with performing. And I think the transition between punk and country is really natural. It's a natural transition for an old punk who wants to live a little bit longer than they might otherwise. But there's really similar values in the songwriting, like about being authentic and true to yourself, and that outlaw nature. You know, it makes sense.
Oh yeah. Well, and I think there's a longer future for like country artists and just in general, because like every punk band we've ever worked with, none of them are together anymore. Like they all just kind of break up, and not saying that it's because of punk music that's why it happens, but it just happens to be every.
Yeah, it can be a pretty volatile just by nature, you know, and I mean, we're still pretty rowdy, but actually my lead guitarist, Nick, and my drummer, Tori, they were the original members in my band, The Lubrication, and they're still in my band, and there wouldn't be a Lubrication without them, really. And so we've transitioned that way. I don't play with my punk band anymore. We have also met that fate of disbanding. But it was a really good time when we were together. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I have to ask, why The Lubrications?
I was toying around with, okay, so like, these are my songs. It's not really, the writing process was, I would bring my songs to the band and then, hey, let's work these out in this. I already have the structure down and I want you to kind of add this. And so, but I didn't want it to just be Katie Mae because I perform solo, like I'm playing solo tonight. And I wanted there to be a distinction between when there's me and when I'm with the band. And I was toying around with some different names, and I was thinking like lubrication, that's like, I mean, obviously you can take it in a number of ways, but I was thinking like social lubrication, like when you take a drink, it makes everyone kind of loosen up. That's how the band felt with me. My songwriting tends to be serious, and I perform it more solemnly, I think, when I play solo, but with the band, I can take some of those darker songs and they get a groove, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So they bring the lubrication.
Okay, fair. That's kind of what I thought it was, like the backstory behind it. But I was just like, let's ask.
It's definitely an eye-catching name. I get a lot more. Oh, I have to check that band out, knowing the name, and I'm like, all right, well, you really do, you should. But it people like it more than I thought they would. I guess. Right.
Yeah. Hey, but that's a good. You could see it on the on the billboards for the or the show marquees,
right.
You know, it just works.
It's eye-catching for sure.
And I think that's something not a lot of bands kind of think about, like when you go into, and I'm not talking like the breweries or the stuff like that, but when you go into like the listening rooms or the clubs or whatever that actually like promote shows, and they put you up on the marquee, you gotta like think about how that's gonna look on a marquee.
I certainly didn't. I'm fortunate that it worked out the way it did, but you're absolutely right. I mean, it's how are people gonna perceive, you know? People do judge a book by its cover. They'll judge a band by its name, I'm sure.
And it's that, and it's like, if it looks good up there and it's not Stephen Hackett's 7 Deadly Sins of, and some like ridiculously long name, it's like, okay, there's subtlety.
Sure.
There's subtlety that needs to happen when it comes to naming a band. So
true.
So, how long are you in Texas for?
I'm heading back home on Monday morning.
Okay.
We just came out, like I said, I mean, I've been wanting to play this festival for a while, and I'm glad that it worked out timing wise. I was telling you when we were chatting earlier, I've got a really good friend who lives out here. It was a nice excuse to come out. And the last time I was in Texas was for South by Southwest around here. So it's this is a little more like laid back trip. Come down, chill at the river, and then I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Head back out and kind of do your thing.
Yeah.
And so is music full time for you, or?
No, it's not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Not yet. Yeah.
So working a full time, yes.
Yeah, I am. So I'm a teacher actually. So I'm on fall break right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So the funny thing about the teachers and musicians, I've heard a few teachers that they do like the Hannah Montana thing.
Oh, absolutely. That's so funny that you say that, because that's exactly how I describe it to my coworkers who like find out, or someone and I even say it like find out, because I do not want to blur those lines at all. I don't like talking about teaching when I'm playing, and I don't like let it onto my day job at all.
One musician on, she has a band up in Chicago, and she was talking about how she's a teacher, but she doesn't want her students to know that she's a musician.
Right. Yeah.
And so she, like when she's at school, she presents one way, like super professional hair, hair up, all that stuff. And then when she's on stage, it's like completely different look. And she's like, I've had a few different times where my students show up at my shows.
Oh God.
And they have no clue it's me.
That's good. Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, you're pretty distinguishable in my, like, I feel like I'd be able to tell, but I'm also not a 14-year-old or 15-year-old boy.
Yeah,
I don't know. So.
Yeah, I have some identifiable tattoos, but fortunately, most of the places I play are 21 and over, so I don't have to worry about it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's very fair. So, plans for the rest of the year, just kind of shows and
we've got a ton of stuff going on back home. I mean, we have been really busy. This is actually my last trip for this calendar year, I think. I just got back. We went to Nashville for Americana Fest. That was a really good time. And then I was down in Bisbee actually recently again, and just been bopping around. So staying home. We're playing a lot of killer shows in town, a couple festivals, and some just things that me and the Lubrication are putting on. And really, I'm excited to just get into the space with them and write, because I want to just move on with another album with them. Yeah. It's my priority this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
How is the scene out in like Phoenix?
I think it's really.
Or is it more of a statewide scene and not?
I think it's I would definitely say it's more of a statewide scene. In fact, this weekend it was. Unfortunate timing, but our good friend Max Harms, he's actually produced my last few records. He's doing a festival at his house this weekend. I've never missed one. I'm sorry, Max, I miss you, but I'm stoked to be here. But anyway, so that's like the state's kind of all of our genre adjacent artists who've worked with Max are out there this weekend. But it's great. There's a lot of really, really killer artists throughout the state, and I've done a couple things in the last few years in an effort to make it more cohesive in Phoenix. I started an event at this place called Gracie's Tax Bar downtown Phoenix, not a country bar at all. But they were gracious enough to let me try this out, and I call it my Alt Western Roundup.
Nice.
And it's been really fun for me to try to find like who could fit the alt country, alt Western vibe for these shows and bring them together. And it's been really, really fun to see that come together. But yeah, it's a little bit of it can be a little disjointed. You have your we have that old Western, people seek it out, but in a non-authentic way sometimes. There's a lot of those bars on the outskirts of town that just want you to play top 40 country covers and stuff like that. We don't mess with that, but there's talented musicians who are doing that, and I get it, you got to make a living. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah. It's Arizona's always really, like, I know I've worked with a lot of musicians that they run around Arizona. They live in eastern Arizona, up in the mountains or something.
Yeah. You got like Prescott area, you got Flagstaff,
And then Flagstaff's one place we really want to go.
Oh, you ought to,
And so we're working on a little showcase tour.
Oh, fun.
Going through. I personally want to do Flagstaff, Vegas, and
Yeah.
then go. I don't really know anybody in St. George, but maybe going to like Colorado maybe and just kind of do like a little quick 3-day thing and do it in the fall where it's not obscenely hot. Because like even when we went to Tucson in November, it was like that was still toasty.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's hot out there. Actually, that's when I get home on Monday, we're gonna drive up to Flagstaff and hole up there for a couple days.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So do you record in Phoenix or do you go?
So the last recording I did down in Bisbee, that was kind of a one-off, field kind of thing. But no, the full-length record that me and my band put out is our first full-length. Yeah. We did that in Camp Verde at the Garage run by Max Harms. And I'll probably do our next one there. I really like what he has going on there.
Nice.
And prior to that, everything's been in Arizona. But nothing's been in Phoenix. We did Tempe, and we did just outside of Tucson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So he's staying busy and
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love it. So for people to check out your music and all that fun stuff, where's the best place to find you?
Anywhere you stream music, I think we're on all of them. I'm releasing this next one under the label I joined, Soggy Anvil Records, and so I think they distribute it out to just about everybody. But we have our website, Katie Mae and thelubrication.com, and I try to keep up with that as best I can.
Fair. And what's the release date on the next one?
October 8th. Next Wednesday?
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to ask because it's like just saying Wednesday doesn't.
And also Wednesday is a weird release day, but I like to keep things a little strange. So.
Fair. Hey, you know what though? At this point in the game, there's no such thing as like back. You remember like back in the day where it was like new music came out on Tuesdays or Thursdays or whatever it was, and it's like, okay, cool, But now it's just like, you release it when you want to release it.
Drop it when you want to.
Yeah. So, well, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will catch you all later.